What's going on, everyone? This week, footy, and then. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode 172 of the Storm Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage this week. What's going on, Keelan?
Two number threes, some spring rolls, and that's it. Thank you.
Very good. Excellent choice.
Oh, you meant to then do the and then bit again. Well, that's the first ball dropped of the episode, and I'll take credit for not letting you know that I was going to do that bit.
Very good. Once the second one drops, this episode will be much
responsibility. I'll remove that title now. What is going on? Footy's back.
All the way back.
Watched a fair amount of it over the weekend, tell you that for free. And I'll tell you what, it was delightful. Except for one portion of the weekend, which I'll get to later. Don't skip ahead. It was a footy portion of the weekend.
Okay.
Hence the not wanting to skip ahead.
Yep.
But otherwise, not much. I would like to recommend the film Fargo from 1996. Known film guy. Hello, that's me, Keelan, film guy. You're probably thinking, Keelan, have you not seen the film Fargo from 1996? Even though it was directed by the Coen brothers and shot by one of your favourite cinematographers, Roger Deakins. And to that, I will answer with, I never got around to it. It just kind of happens. Probably should have fact-checked the whole Roger Deakins thing at some point.
I don't know, man. I was 9 years old at that point.
Yeah. I was the ripe old age of May, 2 months old. When this film came out.
Just missed it.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't appropriate for someone of my age. At that time, it was Roger Deakins, the GOAT, if you will.
Do we need to give out a spoiler alert? Are you going to talk about it anymore? Or
barely gonna. I'm not going to give you any plot at all.
Great.
I will tell you that it has William H. Macy, which is if you don't know him by name, he's the dad in American Shameless, which should be enough to sell you the film. Based on that alone, and then you find out that it's also got Steve Buscemi. And you're like, okay, sweet, cool. I'm hook, line, and sinker at that point, aren't I?
There are actually, we were discussing this a little bit pre-show in that,
we got warmed up.
Yeah, Buscemi's, got he's patient zero of Buscemi-itis in the way that he looks, but I feel like those two, him and William H. Macy, are a bit 1A 1B as far as like looks goes. Especially
so
now.
Not in this.
Not in that, obviously, but
yeah.
Nowadays.
Let's bring up some other William H. Macy moments.
I feel like nowadays you could definitely say same lab.
Yeah, maybe when he's doing same experiment, they just went differently.
Yes.
Slightly differently. Same ingredients. I say especially when he's doing his like slightly more comical faces. Eyes wide open.
Yep.
Definitely gets that vibe. But yeah, quite good. Would recommend. On my scale of 1 to 5, I gave it a 4 in the way that I really enjoyed it, but it's absolutely not changing my life.
Okay.
Whereas a 5 is either I felt emotional attachment to the characters, even had a cry sometimes. I definitely didn't cry in Fargo. There's no cry moments. It's quite funny. So there's my new scale, by the way, for all those who are wondering as well at home. Thanks.
I like it. One axis is how much you enjoy it, and the other is impact,
Yeah.
emotional impact.
Yeah, so it has to. So obviously, sorry, I have to both enjoy it and have emotional impact to get a 5. Otherwise,
Yes.
you lose a whole star.
Yep.
And if the film, so a 3 is the cutoff for. I had a conversation the other day actually with Emma debating where the middle ground is. 3 is the middle ground, right? In the scale of 1 to 5. There's an argument being made for 3.5.
Not a chance.
3 is my cutoff. So if it's a 3, it was just above me wasting my time. Anything below a 3, I would have rather done anything else.
I think
And
that's
it's
fair.
just a scale of how bad it was at that point.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
I think that's fair.
Well, yeah. Okay, sweet. Well, I'm glad the sounding board of the fucking echo chamber we have here is signing off on my rating scale. Thank you.
Working well. Yeah, definitely. No, I definitely agree. It has to be minimum 3 to be worth your time.
Because sometimes you see a 3 in a scale, and you're like, and the review is scathing. Like you wasted your time to, and it's like, well, at that point you've got 4 and 5 that are not wasting your time, and you've lost half the scale, and you're just rating mediocrity for anything below that. I think you just got to be a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Either, if you're that scathing, anything below that has to be just terrible, and anything, and you've got no room left for above it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
5 has to be the best ever. And what's 4 then? Anything in between? Barely any good and the best ever?
you've brought up another point of
It's not enough numbies.
what my thought process was is I hate scales that never give out 5s.
There has to be
Because
5s.
you're not saying it's the best thing ever made. You're not saying it's Fellowship of the Ring, 2 Towers, or Return of the King by also giving it a 5.
Yeah.
You're not saying it's 100 out of 100 because it's a 1 to 5 scale. You're just saying this was quite good. It affected me.
Yeah.
And I think that appropriately bell curves it as well, just quietly.
Yeah, there's enough that it's worthwhile having it as a number, but not enough that it's impossible.
Yeah.
Like that even falls off on if you start going to a 1 to 10 rating, you got to do absolutely nothing wrong to get a 10. Like it's got to be the best thing ever, and it just never happens.
And then all of a sudden you start with your what did you review the other day? Your apple pie from the Vietnamese bakery.
Yep.
And you hit it with I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, 7-1.
Yep.
That's a problem for me.
Why?
Is adding decimal places to that degree.
I wanted to give a adequate review.
Yeah, all right. Well,
one of the people who know what they were getting after. It certainly wasn't an 8, but it wasn't terrible.
yeah, 7.5.
No, it wasn't that good. it was closer to a 7 than an 8. Much closer.
7.4. Nah, see, then you're at the same level of specificity, and that's too many because then you're on a. Is that 1 to 100 then? At that point, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
because you divide. Yeah, you're on a 1 to 100 scale at that point.
Well,
too much.
Sort of, yeah. 1 to 100, skipping numbers, sort of.
While we're speaking about rating systems, so what you viewers at home can do on your podcast platform of choice, just go down to the bottom of our show, at least on Apple, it's at the bottom, and just rate us.
Give us a rate.
5 stars, because we know we've emotionally affected you. Definitely haven't wasted your time. Just give us a rating and give us a funny review. Talk about how bad the Collingwood Football Club are going to be this year or something like that. Or anything else. And 5 stars, obviously.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think this is enjoyable, at least somewhat. It's at least a 3.
we certainly haven't wasted your time. Zach says he cries all the time listening to this.
Yeah, that's for different reasons. Those aren't tears of joy.
That's still affecting him emotionally.
It's made him feel something.
So it's at least a 4 at that point. And then, did he enjoy it? We'll find out.
We'll find out. Now, yeah, I would say it's mostly not a waste of people's time. Unless you've sat down to watch the YouTube, that's probably a waste of time.
If we're coming to you, and you're one of those families
like me
that whips up something on the television and sits down on the couch with your meal, and you've decided to load us for your evening meal, because of our great footy insights. And by the time you finished eating, which is probably about now, there's no way you're eating for longer than 11 minutes. We haven't even talked about footy yet. I'm sorry. I'll accept a 4.
All of the video versions of every podcast you could ever get that's on YouTube, and you pick us. Thank you.
Yeah,
is what I'll say.
What's wrong with you?
Just a big thank you.
One of the podcasts I listen to is Warhammer miniature painting, right? And so I'm in the opposite camp where I exclusively listen to that.
Yeah.
Where I think the majority of their viewership is actually viewers on YouTube because they show things.
Yep.
And I'm there like, oh yeah, I'll totally remember after I finish this drive to go and tune in to the 34-minute mark on the YouTube. Would you believe as soon as I fucking open that car door, just gone.
Yeah.
Never existed. I've never once looked up the episode to see what they were talking about.
But hopefully they describe it in enough detail that you can see it in your imagination.
Sometimes they do.
They need to get a Corbin Middlemass or a Ben Cameron on the case.
You do have to remember that these are Warhammer miniature painters.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of tells part of the story at that point, doesn't it?
Yeah. Self-explanatory.
If not the whole story. But yeah, what's going on with you?
Oh, thanks for asking. Pretty quiet week, similarly. Just watched lots of footy as well. I'm trying to work how I go back to Foxtel with another counter offer to see if I can get them to give me another lower counter offer under $50 a month. I've got a month, or about 3 weeks now to work this. I've worked my way down from $95 a month to $50 so far.
Because they're not, some dude on Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Are these previous offers in writing, or are they all on the phone?
They're all on the phone, but apparently on my record, alleged. Right, but already, apparently I can call them up until my thing actually ends and go, hey, I would like to accept the offer for $50 a month, which is already a win because it's cheaper than I've been paying for the past 3 years per month by $15. Like it was $65 when I got it. And, inflation's gone nuts since then.
Yep. Well, because they're big business, you could he's gone.
I can hear you.
Oh, thank Christ. Because they're big business, you could just lowball them and hope they then say, we can't do that, here's $40.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. To them, they've gone from 95 to 70 to 60 to 50 already.
Yeah.
To them, $50 a month is infinitely more money than $0 a month, which is what they're about to get from me. So hence, they're obviously still going. I'm thinking of going back. I did initially say, I don't really want to pay more than $30 a month for sport. And they're like, blah, 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 I can't really do that. I had a script. Whatever. And then it was the next day that I got another call with the offer for $50 a month. But I reckon I can lowball them for 30 again and get like in the 40s.
You've got to find the person not on the script as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without saying, "Can I speak to your manager?"
Yeah.
Because that's when you're going to get the good price wiped off your record.
Correct. Now, there's the positive is like it would be all of the Foxtel channels again, right? Just all of them, whatever. Can record shows, blah de blah, stream through the Foxtel app, blah de blah. But the only thing that's really lacking in that department, and it always has been, and that's something that KO has had over it. This is besides all of KO's shortcomings, which are very well documented on this show, hence the shit list as presented by KO Sports. Like, there's no, like, you know, side-by-side, split view, 2 games at once or anything like that, which is tremendous fun with KO and very useful when the friggin' schedulers put 2 AFL matches on at the same time.
I didn't find that to be a problem this last weekend.
No, it certainly wasn't.
No. There was scheduling clashes, but it wasn't a problem.
No, correct.
But, yeah, I can see that being a pain. I am bad at watching 2 games at once, though.
Yeah, when you don't have Steve Buscemi eyes, kind of tough to do.
Yeah. All right. Should we call this episode the Buscemining?
Sure. I will
There we go.
make a thumbnail this week and give us both Buscemi eyes.
Thank you very much. Okay, perfect. Lock it in. I will learn how to spell Buscemi before I post this episode.
You'll figure it
Currently,
out.
there's far too many letters in that. But yeah, I think you go back with $30.
Might as well. Yeah.
Yeah, have a crack.
If I can land them somewhere in the 40s, I'd be happy.
And then next week, if they don't come back to you, say, "Oh, right, mate, I've had to think about it. Spoken to my wife. I can have another $5 a month."
Yeah. Like if I can get it, if KO Sports $45.99 a month for 2 screens 4K, if I can get it for that price, I'll be happy.
Or given that you have infinitely more content at your fingertips as well.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. If all I have to do is talk...
HBO Max, doesn't it? Fucking hell.
It does, yeah. Correct.
Yeah, well, if you get on that, I will end up watching The Sopranos.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask permission. I'm just going to get it done because, hello, film guy here. Haven't seen The Sopranos.
So I've only got to talk them down another $4.01 per month.
I think you can do that.
That seems doable.
I think come the last week of the month and they haven't accepted any other offer, you just ask that number.
Yeah, I reckon.
I was thinking about getting KO. I'll pay that much.
I reckon I could bribe someone into giving me that price. Like, just swing a bit of Grease the Slides money individually. Like, hey, what's your Telegram? ID? Yeah, what's your pay ID? I'll send you $50 if I'll send you, 10,000 Indian rupees to give me $45.99 a month.
What do they have in the Philippines? Philippine dollars? You might be in the clear here. I think there's a clear way forward. Easy money at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Should we get into Butcher of the Week?
Yeah, our power hour is already a third done.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we steam along.
Very good. All right. I guess we've got a couple. I don't know if you got any other nominations outside of what's on the sheet, but a couple of joint related ones. that we both agree on. First up, shout out Alex Johnston from the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the Coda football we don't talk about, for breaking the all-time NRL try scoring record over the weekend. We had a Buddy Franklin style storming of the arena.
Beach. Fuck.
Thought you knew the answer to that one.
Yeah.
And
finish each other's sandwiches. Fuck.
And there was one bloke after, Alex Johnson in the lead up last week said they can't fine everyone. There was literally one person on the ground that had a security guard on every limb, and surely has to be let off at that point. Like you can't be just getting one person when every man and his dog's on there, including the Prime Minister.
I was gonna jump in with including the Prime Minister. If the Prime Minister doesn't get arrested there, I think this guy has to let go. Obviously, the leader of the country should be held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get 10 to life for storming the field, then neither should that bloke.
Exactly.
I have nothing against Anthony Albanese. I'm just trying to dress up that it's just people running onto a field to celebrate a big moment happening, and some people care about NRL. Whoa.
But to those security guards, like, read the room. Like, have a look around. You're all lying on this one bloke. Like, have a look around and see what's going on around you.
The vision is actually hilarious, though. Like, it's very funny. Because it is classic. How many security guards do you need to hold down one man as thousands of people run past him?
Yeah, exactly. Surely they just went to cart them off to, the police who were in the stadium on shift, and the police were just like, get out of here, let the guy go.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's not as funny as his statue.
Yes, correct. So they've unveiled a statue outside the Rabbitohs headquarters, and I'll bring it up on the screen here. It's statues have had a bit of a bad run recently, as we've talked about in the past. This one's no different. It's a bit Ronaldo-esque in the face. Can't zoom in any more than that. Otherwise, it's not too bad. The eyes are just what's wrong with it. But fantastic quote here from ABC Sport. Along the way, there's been a few fans that have shit on me. There's been a few coaches that have shit on me. The media shit on me. Now the pigeons can shit on me. Electric.
It's scenes, is what it is.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to go back to, I don't know. Oh, fuck, what year is that? Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. I thought I had the facts here. Sorry, everybody. I've really let the team down. All right, you got to go back to... Nope, that's not the facts. That's this guy's birthday. Damn it.
I don't do facts around here.
I do if, buts, and maybes. There was a 23,000-year-old bronze head of Thracian king Soothses III, which is now housed in the Museum of Archaeology in Sofia, Bulgaria, that has better eyes than this statue. I should probably share the viewers. We've done the most sharing of anything on the screen for quite some time
Ever.
for the person who's sitting down eating their dinner. Can you see that?
Those are actually better. Those are much better eyes than...
All I googled was bronze statue eyes,
Yeah.
And a lot of statues with eyes similar to this came up, where they
Yeah.
appear to be. One of the articles said like porcelain inlay or something.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's actually insane how much detail is going on here. How do I enhance? Enhance. They make it look so easy in Mission Impossible. There we go.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, look at those. Those are incredible.
There's eyelashes in this. There's bronze eyelashes that have survived 2,300 years.
This is one of the arts that we've lost. Possibly the worst one that's fallen off the most as well.
I don't know. Have you listened to AI music recently?
Yeah, but you can still... There's people still making good music. No
True.
one's making good bronze busts anymore. Like, it's gone.
Oh, so we'll put bronze busts and the guy that makes the spurs out of one piece of metal from Yellowstone that works near 360's ranch in the same the same extremely niche bucket.
Dying trade.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess the bucket isn't that niche. That reference was on fire as well. What was going on there? I just think it's wild because you know how you see some of those bronze statues, and what I was originally looking for was ones that don't have pupils or anything. They're just glazed over essentially.
Yeah,
looks so much better than bad eyes.
Correct.
And I don't want to bring it back to Warhammer again, but would you believe painting on something this big, the eyes of it are this big, and some people put little black dots in the middle of their eyes, right?
Yep.
And there's so many Reddit posts of people that are like, look at my X and Y miniature or whatever, you know?
Yep.
And they've painted the eyes, and the cunt's cross-eyed, or fucking one's looking one way and one's looking the other way.
Yeah,
And you're like, man, the rest of your paint job's really good, but all you've done is had a slightly shaky hand and dotted the eye in the wrong place, and
That's
looks
right,
like
yeah.
you're a child. Just don't do it. I just leave the eyes white.
Just leave it at that point.
Because when they're that small, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, when it's made out of bronze, also it doesn't matter that much.
Although, at least their miniature could watch KO split screen.
For the low cost of, what was it, $44.95?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
way too much.
That's split screen across 2 screens.
Yeah.
I do have a butcher that I didn't put in, actually.
Okay. I was going to say, we could now have a budget as, you know, whether it is a state level or country level thing for a bronze sculptor if they'd find everyone who got on the playing arena.
If they find people how much they were actually suggesting they would find them,
Yeah.
I think we could solve famine.
What they needed to do was send Buddy Franklin down to Hobart to kick his 7th goal, and then they would have had enough revenue to pay for the new stadium.
There's nothing else. There's no other way to do it
No.
without everyone getting mad. Somehow the left and right are mad, or I should say the center left and the center right are both butthurt about having a stadium. Explain that.
Just not big enough footy fanatics.
Yeah, facts. I've accidentally pasted Southless the Third into the Butcher of the Week. He's been dead a while. Sorry, Southless, mate. Mine is actually Kelly Underwood,
Oh, okay.
which might have her in shit list territory, but
Right.
I'm concerned with any allegations of sexism, so I'm just going to make sure that she's a butcher for now,
Mm-hmm.
and then circle back when she stooges it again.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob brought to my attention because I was listening to the game without commentary. I didn't even know she was commentating the game.
Yeah.
Jacob brought to my attention that she made a few very basic skill errors
Mm-hmm.
on the weekend, including saying Heaney loves playing against the Swannies. Last time he had 29 touches and kicked 5 goals. Jacob said, unless we're counting match simulations, he's officially never played against Swan. I said he would probably get 29 touches and 5 goals against Swan without him.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
just incredible analysis, really, after the blunder.
Mm.
It was then brought to my attention that she films videos in her car while driving for social media, and then
Good.
doesn't reply to the comments of people saying you probably shouldn't do this when you drive, but replies to every other comment. So I just feel like bad vibes all around, Kelly. Keep it, you're in the public eye. I don't want kids thinking it's okay to
TikTok and drive.
TikTok and drive, talk and drive. I was thinking of something quippy and funny and couldn't quite get it. And sometimes it's better to leave it unsaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a very, very serious Butcher of the Week to end the funny run of Butchers. Just do better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just do better. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. Any movements?
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
If she does it next week, she's one orange team away from shitless territory.
we're one bad bronze bust away from throwing the whole trade in the bin.
From absolutely busting. It wouldn't have made any sense either. So I backed out. I'm learning restraint.
Let's get into the...
Can you tell he's clicking around for the soundboard?
Footy.
He intros.
Why is it taking so long?
There it is.
It took so long to play as well. The little media tab doesn't open properly when you're doing split screen. It only opens like this wide, so you can't hit the button to play it.
Well, it also has to... so I'm not sure if you know how virtual servers work. So currently we're both basically just like recording onto a AWS machine in the cloud. So the cloud is not a cloud, but it's just a big room of computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you click play on that media button, what's happening is a bloke is running to the other room, grabbing a CD with the MCG siren on it, coming back, and putting it into the server to play it.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but you thought I was going serious tech there for a sec, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Sandeep in New Delhi who runs the the mixer for us.
Sorry. I was definitely not trying to mansplain cloud computing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being on for the ride.
Yeah, mansplain Amazon AI shops to us on how they actually work.
Yeah, there's a bloke watching a camera.
Yep.
Where?
Yeah. All right. First up, Thursday night at the MCG, the traditional start of the season match, which isn't the start of the season match anymore, but send it back. We don't want opening rounds anymore. Get rid of it. Carlton.
The people are mad.
10-15-75, Richmond 9-17-71.
I've got Blues, blue bag, young Richmond side in a win that has them not looking like winners.
Hmm. Very good. Tom is lucky not to have copped a lynching after registering only 2 goals from 10 shots, while Michael Voss was blue in the face as the baggers almost became the baggies.
Nice. I thought, you know what, he's definitely going to do a blue bag bit or he's going to do the Tom Lynch bit. And I was like, fuck it.
Bit of both.
50-50 chance we did the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow we've lucked out there. So that's nice.
Yep.
So I got a stat for Tom Lynch, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Alleged veteran forward. Maybe he is. He's old.
Yeah.
But also, maybe he's like Lieutenant Dan veteran at this point. Because he kicked 2 goals 7 from 10 shots at goal and gave away 5 free kicks. It's not all bad because he joined the very exclusive club, scored their jumper number with more behinds than goals.
Oh.
It is a very, very exclusive club in the AFL era.
Mm-hmm.
It includes Chris Grant and Shai Bolton with 4-5-29. Stuart Lowe, Justin Lepich, Lance Franklin, and Charlie Cameron 3-5-23, and Charlie Dixon 3-4-22. But he also did this in 2007 with 2-11-23.
That's a bad one.
which has been titled a fairly special effort.
Yeah.
By our good friends, Useless AFL Stats, who never cease to amaze me.
They're great.
In case you're wondering, Tom Lynch's jumper number is... What did I just
19.
say? Yeah. Yeah, maths. Thank you.
Yep.
19. So, not the worst on that list, I don't think. But he also had, a pretty outstanding career. So I think you just ruled it out as an outlier. And then that would put him as worst on this list.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, not great.
And that's probably a good way to describe this game of football.
Yeah, Richmond fans say things such as, if he kicked 7 goals too, he would have been a hero. Mere centimetres away from glory. A centimetre can be used to describe the circumference of the Earth too. It's just obtuse.
Look, he had many shots on goal to put them up.
Yeah.
And just almost refused to kick them. His second goal was right at the end of the match. Like, he was 1-7 at that point.
I literally saw the script. I think I said it in the chat. I was like, he just wants to kick the winning goal.
Yeah. And no more.
And that's it.
Yeah.
At one point, it looked like he was going to kick the winning 6 points across 6 different behinds.
Yeah, he was on track to get it done.
And just didn't, which couldn't have happened to a worse bloke.
Yeah. Carlton just living up to what they've set as their standard for the past year. It's almost amazing how good they are at being bad in second halves. But just a brutal watch. 1 goal in a half of football.
That was the secret third option for writing the recap that I just hadn't considered at that point because I was too busy thinking about that is bad.
And in case you thought, oh yeah, one goal's pretty bad, they probably had no, barely any shots. 1-6 in the second half, and that was coming up against Richmond falling short with 4-11 in the second half. Just spare us.
Both teams. Well, I guess 15 scoring shots is not the worst.
No, but
it may have gone the wrong way. But yeah,
when they're mostly behinds.
1-6, you would be pretty visibly irate as a coach, as a player, if that was, as a fan especially, if that was one quarter of football.
Yes, correct. But over a half?
Yeah. I think it's going to be especially frustrating for them, given that, the writing was kind of there, and we've been making fun of this for, I don't know, what, at least halfway through last season. I feel like we started making fun of their inability to close.
Yep.
So you hate to see them go away for 6 months and then come back and do the same fucking thing.
Correct. Yep. Correct. One thing I think we can all agree on now is we don't want to see either of these two teams in prime time anytime soon.
No, absolutely not.
And another team we don't want to see in prime time again anytime soon is the Bombers, who came up against the Hawks on Friday night. As an much better effort than the other two sides. 13-5, 83, but unfortunately the Hawks kicked 21-19, 145.
And yeah, look, that's a segue for me to get out my. Here we go. Hawk-handed greatest. I've used two words when I should use one. Hold on. let me remove that one. Hawk-handed easiest bounce-back spot in history, slashing the Bombers' tyres and leaving them grounded on Friday the 13th. I was also meant to emphasise slashing.
Yep.
That was the whole bit I was doing, and I fumbled that. So thanks, everybody.
But like next time.
If you're still watching on the couch on YouTube, you can see how genuinely sincere I am that I fumbled that. I'm really sorry.
Another Hawthorn in the side of Brad Scott as Hawk Hunt turns into a Bombers breakdown.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yep. I just it's got to be annoying for Brad Scott, because he's got to wake up at the start of every season and go, I've got to play these guys twice.
Shit, here we go again.
So yeah, tough shit, isn't it?
Definitely a tough look for him. Gunston still doing it.
Yeah, Simon Gunston absolutely crushing it. Absolute machine, if you will. Chol, extremely underrated. The lid was completely off on Chol's performance in the Hawkseston chat. And then he didn't get top 10 on ground, judging by the some panel that's not the Brownlow vote, some other whatever. Players' votes, coaches' votes, something. They didn't even give him a look, and it's like, hello. It was actually quite good, and it's all because people take out of context Jason Dunstall saying he looks lazy. His kicking techniques looks lazy.
Yeah.
Jason Dunstall's not saying that Chol is a lazy player.
No.
He's just saying that his run-in and the way he swings his leg through looks lazy. Which it does, because it's kind of slow. And he saunters in.
It does. And it doesn't help when you kick 1-3. And then
it doesn't help when you kick 1-3. But when you're making those opportunities by taking mark of the year, probably not mark of the round, but, when you're taking absolute Specky McGee's up there. It's pretty.
Yep.
It's. I let him off, especially because he's also not staying away from a chase down tackle every now and then too. Man will
Yes, correct.
find you, and he will Liam Neeson you.
But yes, outstanding bounce back spot for the Hawks. I'd be happy with that one.
Yeah. There's one other team that will be happier with their draw, I think. But we'll come to that slightly later in the show.
Okay. Any more thoughts on this game?
Oh yeah. So Jacob's quote. He's been team ruck supremacy, which is run Noodle, so Ned Reeves and Lloyd Meek.
Oh, he would have had a great
dual
time
ruck.
this game then. Yep.
He's been for that for not last season, but coming into this season with the rule change, he thought it was going to be a big move. And his headline is Meek and Reeves reeks of success, which is a combination of both their last names.
Yep.
Which I hit him with the skull emoji, and said, "How proud are you?" He's gone on with their combined heights out of 10.
Nice one.
Pretty proud.
Yeah.
Pretty proud. But I did think they were a good combo. I think it's if you're a one ruckman team,
Look out.
and you have to play against Noodle and Meek, I think you're getting fucked.
Tough gig.
Yep, you will get beaten both in the air and out-muscled on the ground. It is a tough shout. I don't know what you meant to do. Just be Max Gorn, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
You still got it.
But yeah, those are my thoughts. Oh, Wiz did look all right in the middle too.
Yeah, he did.
I might even backpedal on the whole don't put him in the middle thing.
There's
Just
a limit.
50-50 him. Just yeah, we'll see how it goes against a team with a midfield that is going to try.
Yeah, and it's more than two players.
Yeah, mind you, those two players did play quite well.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. Credit to them. They get their value up and go somewhere else.
It's just that, yeah. It's just that Darcy's parish isn't too full.
Correct.
Yeah. That was a bit forced, wasn't it?
He's not got a very big congregation around him in the middle.
No. And Merritt got booed, which is, I think, unfair. Unless it was from his own fans. Can't tell when you're watching from home.
It wouldn't surprise me. He shouldn't be getting booed by Hawks fans, first of all.
No, we understand that it was absolutely not his fault. It's Tom Petrot, no. It's the Essendon Football Club. But yeah. I've got more for the look ahead, actually. But yeah, okay. Absolutely not for this game. Because it was just had to win, otherwise feel bad kind of slot. So
yeah.
More relief than anything, really.
All right, then Saturday, start off at Docklands. Western Bulldogs 21-8, 134. GWS Giants 7-11-53. I had
Ridiculous.
league on warning as Bulldog season blasts off on the back of Norton.
Yeah, yours is a lot more succinct than mine. And actually probably talks about the game a little bit. I've gone off on a tangent here. And I've taken the mick. Marcus Bontempelli, also known as the Bont, was a relatively unknown AFL footballer until he was picked to star in the AFL docuseries The Final Siren. In the first episode, he's pitted against Toby Green, and the documentarians try and tell the story of their beef, i.e., Toby pulling his hair, all sorts. Ultimately, the Bont has proven that he's won that beef and absolutely wiped the floor with Toby Green's Giants.
True.
Yeah. Everyone knows who the Bont was. I was just taking the piss. I would have liked... I just watched it all today, by the way, while I was getting some things done that I didn't have to talk to people about.
Yep.
I didn't realise it was only 4 episodes. And I didn't realise Bont was only in the first one. Given that they didn't do great last year. It seems kind of like the Brisbane Lions documentary at one point, but that's fine.
Guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. I think we might need to retire the rivalry for this game.
I think it's done. Yeah,
put to bed that these two teams don't like each other. Because I think that's now 10 of the last 11 that the Bulldogs have won. And the last time the Giants beat the Dogs at Docklands, Jake Stringer was still playing for the Bulldogs. And he obviously had gone to the Bombers in between, then going to the Giants.
Is that before or after he had alleged sexual relations with a 17-year-old Isaac?
I do not know. I don't know the details of those circumstances.
Sorry, I just like to make sure that everyone's well aware how much of a fucking creep he is. Somehow he found himself... This should have been my shit list of... He found himself in front of a camera talking about how much he likes to win in the AFL documentary. Out of all the people in the AFL... all the people at GWS, because they're talking about how their season felt like a failure because they got knocked out and ultimately didn't get to the grand final.
Yep.
And the competitive nature of not succeeding because they didn't win the big thing. And he's like, yeah, just whatever, just so competitive, it just feels like a waste of time. It's like, put Tom Green on the camera. Put someone interesting on the camera. Finn Callahan. For Christ's sake.
Good point.
Anybody.
Good point. He had...
full stop that enough.
He had 5 disposals. The least on the ground.
The Jake Stringer contract year narrative is done.
It's gone to sleep now.
Yeah. Lid is well on Jake Stringer not getting renewed next year.
Yep. But speaking of your 2-ruck combo, the Bulldogs, obviously, both teams a bit... Giants very banged up, right? Lions not so banged up, but a little bit banged up. Good win first up. This may not turn into a good win. We'll see how the Giants do after this. But scary times for anyone coming up against the Bulldogs who were flat track bullies last year, right? Couldn't beat a top side. Beaten, what should be maybe 2 of them. Obviously beaten the Premiers, but they've got Tim English, who the new ruck rules favour over some of the other rucks, given he's a bit more slim and mobile. And Sam Darcy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. I don't rate Sam Darcy around the ground, though, and he should not be taking a ruck contest.
Correct, but he doesn't take any around the ground. He just takes them in the forward 50.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. But I feel like an actual like a bulkier ruckman can probably take him forward 50 in a bit of a wrestle. Yeah,
but the problem is the bulky ruckman has to get there.
Oh, like not if they're playing 2 though.
Yes, correct. If you're playing 2, it's all right. But if you've got one bulky guy and then you got one back up, then you're cooked because your bulky guy has to run down the field to get there to do it.
Yeah, valid.
For sure. or you commit a tall defender to playing in the ruck in your back 50, which is not ideal.
Oh, I reckon Tom Barras would look kind of good in ruck with his black boots in D50.
Yeah, he'd go.
He'd look so silly in such a good way. But he's absolutely not doing it. I definitely don't want to play the Dogs in 3 weeks.
What are they averaging? 120 odd points a game.
Yeah. You just put Finn in there on the Bont, win the game. Done.
Mm-hmm.
No, not on the Bont, on the other one. Ed Richards. I'm not going to take credit for that either. That's what Jacob said.
Yeah. So it's a tough outing, that's for sure. At the moment, coming up into Dogs. I hope you can kick goals if you're playing the Dogs, because you'll need them.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's all we got. Nah, we got defense. Speaking of kick goals, the next 2 teams kick goals as well.
Yeah, true. Down in Geelong, Geelong 16-14, 110. Fremantle 14-16, 100.
You can't argue with the logic.
Yeah, makes sense.
I feel like I've said Jacob's name 13 times already in this AFL session, and I'm about to say it again. This is the only reference to Jacob I've got written down today.
Okay.
So this is the one that was meant to be here. The rest just kind of slipped in.
Mm-hmm.
Freo raced away to an early and commanding 33-point lead at quarter time, but as the clock struck 4:52 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, Jacob Gooden had one thing to say. Nothing makes me happier than Hawthorn winning. But gee, a Geelong shit show comes close.
Ugh.
Shortly after, the wheels fell off the bus Freo drove in on, and the Cats pounced to a 10-point victory.
A little over his skis, a little bit ahead of himself on that one.
He pizzaed when he should have French fried.
Yeah. I had Geelong catamaran sails home with wet sails to drown the dockers.
They would have catamarans too. They probably give them. Oh, you want to fucking farm in a catamaran? I got a guy.
Got a catamaran guy. Shannon Neal, a 5-1. Great.
Yeah.
Very good. Good for him.
Pretty good.
Jeremy Cameron, 3, 4 and 23 disposals. Good luck.
Yeah. What are the rest of us meant to do?
Exactly.
Am I going to have a really upsetting Easter Monday? Don't answer that. Oh, no. Oh, no, I think I'm good. I thought there was going to be a Geelong fan in the proximity on Easter Monday. But
that would have been troubling.
No, I'm all good. That's okay. In the clear. But yeah, are they looking good, or are Freo just
not?
It's too early, isn't it?
Too early. One game. Their double ruck situation. 22 hit-outs each.
Yeah, perfectly even, like all things should be.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess
that double ruck situation is not quite as contrasting.
No,
if I'm not mistaken. Well,
Luke Jackson's pretty handy. 27 and a goal.
Yeah.
We'll take that out of a ruckman. But given he plays forward,
yeah,
more
I still
than
put
ruck.
them more both in the bulkier type.
Yeah, correct.
I do like Luke Jackson. I think he's good for
quality
for a goal. But yeah, I mean, what about the where's they definitely run the ruck battle. I didn't realise.
Yeah,
they got absolutely hammered. Geelong did, but I guess they just won every ball after that. Sick one, dude.
Yeah.
Is De Koning injured?
I don't know.
Or do they have the De Koning that only plays back?
Correct.
I get them mixed up. Yeah,
Correct.
they got the other De Koning, don't they?
Yep.
The problem is they look the same.
They do look the same. Funny that.
Famously, what identical twins do.
Yeah. Funny that. It was not looking too flash for the start of the season for Geelong. They needed this win though, I feel.
I think unfortunately it is going to give them a little bit of zest, isn't it?
Yeah, and by this coming round, by this week, if they went in against 0-2 against two finals teams last year,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been like, oh shit, this isn't ideal. That's a lost bye. Like that's not a win on the bye week. That's a loss. So they'd be 0-3 to start the season. But they might have turned the ship around, turned the catamaran around.
What is good to see though is Dangerfield didn't touch the ball 4 times.
Really?
Yep.
Was he injured?
Well, he kicked a goal, so I presume not.
Guess not.
Maybe he was the 5th sub. How much time on ground did he have? 55% of the game for 4 touches.
Interesting. All right, first of the primetime games at the SCG. Swans were back at home again. 15-14, 104. Brisbane Lions 8-12, 60.
Sydney may have won the battle against a suspension-riddled Brisbane side, but they have lost the season. With a massive injury to Goulden, having him go under the knife and sit sidelined for at least 4 months. Came out today. Yep. They've opted surgery route for the dislocation on his shoulder.
Not ideal. Certainly not ideal. Very similar vein to what I went down. Sydney paid the price, sacrificing Goulden while boat racing Brisbane.
What we've both left out, I presume you've probably left it out for the same reason, is that there's no timeline or announcement what the injury was yet. Heaney also left the field with he reportedly refused to come back on.
Hamstring tightness.
I put it as hamstring awareness because it's funnier.
I think it's been upgraded.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely aware of it.
Definitely aware of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Awareness is the first level. It's like alert, not alarmed.
Yeah. And I couldn't find any updates on that. Even though he's probably had a scan already. I guess it'll probably come out tomorrow. What seems to happen is everything comes out the day after we record.
Yes, because we're hot off the press.
The morning of. It's 9 a.m. strikes. Everything.
Injury report. Yeah.
I can only imagine that he's probably not playing this week though. If he's come off and has had enough of a bad feeling that he didn't want to go back on, I would really enjoy it.
Yeah. We don't root for injuries, but you'd enjoy
we'll
that.
Happily
this week.
profit from them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, Hawthorn hosting the Swans this week on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
How about that? Now, I didn't watch a lot of this game, but I didn't need to. This was the one we were alluding to earlier that we certainly didn't need multi-view split screen this week. The Swans got off to a cracking start, 7-1 in the first quarter, and it was pretty much no looking back after that. But also, as pubs in this area of the country are want to do, you're certainly not getting 2 AFL games on the screens. You sometimes have to ask very nicely just to get one, but you're not going to get both primetime games. So it was the other game that was on, which I watched most of.
Yeah, I wasn't overly phased about this one. Would you believe? But I also, yeah, the Sydney game.
Yeah. It went as expected.
Yeah. I think I more so watched it for the perspective of I wonder if Sydney are going to be potentially bad here. Because I'm still filing them under haven't played anyone good. Obviously, playing Carlton, famously
Lions.
not good.
Yeah.
Banged up Lions.
Lions.
You know, they're still the Lions. So
Yes.
I was seeing if, something would happen. But spoilers, nothing happened. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary happened at all.
Yeah. Banged up by both definitions. Injured and suspended. And locked up.
Yeah, not great.
Now, onto the other game at the G, we had Collingwood 11-13-79, Adelaide 13-15-93.
I had nothing. Which is just such a... I was going to go the bird route. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go the bird route.
A late swoop and damaging day cost not enough for 3 and 20 Blackbirds to be baked by the Pies.
Nice.
Um,
You know, he played a bit on the wing at the end, just quietly. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of choice is that?
2 goals, 33 disposals.
Why don't you get him 40 disposals? He just kind of watched on from further away when the Crows banged a couple.
Yep. And, start of the game 1 behind to 2-3. And that was essentially the difference in the end. 2-2 being the difference at the end of it. So it was fairly close-ish, and then the Hawks just kicked away, and then the Pies got back into it. But
yeah, the Hawks totally kicked away.
Sorry, the Crows. Too many birds in this league.
What?
Nice one. I don't know what to... I'm not surprised by the result. Obviously, I tipped Collingwood because I thought they'd bounce back.
Yeah.
But I'm not overly shocked. And to see, the Crows get 28 scoring shots and almost score 100 based on what we saw last year, still not surprised.
They should kick a lot of goals.
Correct. Minor premiers, and they went out in straight sets. They should still be there. They certainly haven't had enough list changes to fall from grace yet. So, give them their respect, I suppose, is the lesson. This week is an interesting matchup for them.
Yeah, looks like I did tip Adelaide. This was up until this point, I've tipped every game so far.
Yep. Any other thoughts?
Oh, yeah, Pendlebury.
Oh, yes.
Pendlebury laid a pretty large bump, which may have him lose 2 AFL records if the suspension is not overturned when they go to tribunal, which I think they've confirmed they're doing.
Yep.
The 426 gamer would receive his first suspension if the appeal is unsuccessful.
Mm-hmm.
Which would, he'd no longer be not suspended ever.
Yep.
But it would be the most games for the first suspension record, so he'd have that. As far as I'm aware.
Surely.
Also set a new record for the biggest differential between the suspended player and the player they hit. Josh Worrell having played 56 matches, a 370 game difference.
That's a wild stat. Love that.
Yep. I think the the current most is potentially Dustin Fletcher. This is, would you believe, useless AFL stats.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Fletcher was suspended in his 378th game for rough conduct on Jamie Cripps in his 28th game, 350 game difference.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, I believe the good bloke defence is null and void. I don't think they can use that anymore. It's my understanding.
I saw somewhere that they might be able to do that because it's exemplary.
But
and it's a footballing act.
It certainly was a footballing act. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't think he's done much wrong, to be fair, which is why it's only a one game that they're appealing.
Yes, correct. But also, there was commentators saying if that gets off, which is what they're trying to, some of those contacts are what they're trying to get out of the game a bit, bump or brace for head contact, resulting in head contact. Everyone's off then, basically, at that point. Like, you could go back in prior seasons and find that getting 1 week.
Yeah.
For example, Alex Davies. So they're going to have to try pretty hard to find an example. I don't think they'll find an example anytime recently where that action has got off. But if it does get off, then going forward, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube on that one. So everyone's going to be bumping again.
I think you can, and if they make it very public the reason why they overturn it.
If they overturn it because someone's a good bloke and hasn't been suspended before, I feel like that's also like a load of shit.
At the 426 game mark, I feel like it does actually hold some weight.
Yeah, at the most protected club in the land. Footballing act.
Yeah, but he's no Joel Selwood.
True.
He's no Barry Hall.
Well, we're going extremes here.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to throw a logical fallacy in or two.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what's next? Toby Green gets off when he punches someone in the head. There you go, another fallacy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Slippery slope fallacy, if you will.
Exactly. But I don't think he'll get off. Because I think it's the other way. I think it's going to be a tough look for the league if he gets let off.
I think that's a good point, but I still think he'll get let off.
Mm.
So let's see.
Right, on to Sunday afternoon at Marvel. North Melbourne 17-11, 113. Port Adelaide 9-13, 67.
North nullify power surge with Don't Stop Believing reportedly coming from the North locker rooms all night long, thanks to Cousin Lewis.
Nice.
Copped a selfie of him in his game day kit, camera angle. One of these ones, like selfie cam.
Mm-hmm.
Something along the lines of I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then I got flamed for tipping against North. Tip against North again, and I'm removing you from the family.
Mate, it's been a pretty safe bet for like 5 years.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mind you, just remind everyone, North are not the family team.
Yep.
Hawthorn is. And Lewis's father, unfortunately, goes for Collingwood.
Yep.
But he works for North, so I don't know. That's pretty good employee-employer loyalty. So that's not bad. It
is. Now, before I do mine, shout out the Match Report headline: "Rude Awakening."
Oh, that's not bad actually.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good from them. For their standards, pretty good.
Who was it?
Probably staff writers.
It won't be if it's good.
No. My AAP with Sophie Welsh.
Well, she's not one of the usuals.
No.
There's no Josh Gablich about it. She's lead AFLW and digital content news producer.
Very good.
There you go.
Excellent. Promoted up to the North Melbourne games.
Tough
Which
look.
is actually a demotion if you go from the AFLW, North Melbourne, Tasmania Kangaroos, down to North Melbourne men's.
Maybe not this season.
Maybe not this season. We'll see. I had Lights Out Larky and his Rampaging Roos power past Port at Dockside Dome.
Yeah, nice. Just like they played. So this has confirmed the Port fall off for me.
Yeah. All the way off now.
Yeah, more so than it's confirmed North good.
Yeah.
However, look at North's next 4 games.
North are on a. They're going to have a bit of a run here.
Yeah.
Like if I was dusting off a take of old where I had previously claimed that the Suns would be the last undefeated team, if you're looking at that for this year, North Melbourne have a chance.
They have the easiest 4 games at the start of the season.
Yeah.
The next 3 are West Coast, Essendon, and Carlton.
Yep.
It's not until round 5 where they take on the Lions at the home of Wine, Barossa Park.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
That they actually get challenged.
Yeah, you never know. And then they have the Tigers in round 6.
And then potential frauds, GWS.
At the Honey Hole. Not even at NG.
Funny things happen at the Honey Hole, so we'll find out.
That's true. That's true. Either way, North played really well.
North
Port
West
confirmed
Coast
bad.
and Richmond and Essendon and Port twice. They might go the whole way. They're minor premiers. I'm actually... They're the real deal.
Maybe, was it Damien Barrett that said they'll come 11th? Like, if they don't come 11th, it's a failure of a season? Like, he might have actually looked at their schedule.
I think it was 11 wins.
11 wins, yeah. He might have actually looked at their schedule and been like, that is...
He got so flamed on that too. But if we count them now, hold on. They've got 1 already.
Exactly.
West Coast, Essendon, Carlton, Richmond.
Let's give...
I think you give them GWS at the moment.
At the moment, I think you could take them. Maybe. We'll see. Canberra. 5.5.
And then it's not for a while. You come back in round 14, you get West Coast again, but then you get Richmond again, then you get Essendon again, then you get Port again, and then I don't think Melbourne are going to be any good.
They could steal that one for sure. That's 10.5 wins.
St Kilda.
If they catch them at the wrong time, for sure. 11.5 wins.
Yeah. So they just have to take off. If you remove GWS,
Yeah.
and you just replace it with take one big scalp over the course of a season.
Correct. One good upset. One legitimate upset.
Yeah. Which they did with the draw against Brisbane last year in Launceston.
Correct.
So actually
half a
that was
game
in
there.
Hobart, sorry.
Yeah.
So if you then look at their Tassie fixtures, Hawks North in Tassie is still Hawks, unfortunately, so they're not taking that one. Someone take the Roo out of Tasmania?
Oh yeah, I think so actually.
Oh.
Because I think the Tassie government's focusing on the Devils now.
Yeah, well,
they gotta
because
play
they
their
probably need to
VFL
play
games
VFL games at the
Yep.
Blundstone, not
At Belrive.
Belrive, yep.
At Ninja Stadium.
Lego Ninjago Stadium.
Yep. At the Blender is what we'll call it.
People are saying it.
Yep.
Yeah, so actually, Tassie won't even feel like a home away from home at this point anyway. So,
No.
so Hock against Launceston's a lock. So
Mhm.
Hock against North is a lock. Don't even fucking think about saying Hock don't win in Launceston.
I don't know. They got a tough matchup at one point this year down there.
We're not going to that game for sanity reasons.
What if we went to that game and that wasn't your Hoxeston trip?
When is it?
I actually don't remember. It's when it's cold, I believe.
Wow, that's crazy. You've just described 95% of the year in Launceston.
Yeah, and all of the footy season.
It's Anzac Day, dude.
Perfect.
I actually got nothing on. Emma, you want to go to Launceston on the 25th of April? Footy trip? She's eating cheese on the couch.
Okay.
She's also not responding to me even though I'm talking to her.
TBC.
I said, do you want to go on a footy trip? Ah, she says no.
Bugger.
Do you want to go to Tasmania? Tasmania's the footy trip sucked in. Everyone that listens to Storming the Beach now knows that you've said yes for that, Emma. Thanks.
Committed. Verbal agreement.
That is a verbal agreement recorded without consent. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
CCTV rules and such.
Yep. But yes, Port bad.
Yeah, that is the summary. Port going to be stinky.
Yeah, Port bad. Kangaroo maybe not bad.
Yeah, I think it's great because the worse they do, the easier it will be for Butters to get out free.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And his contract's on the end of the season anyway, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe we can get
So.
Rosie at the same time then. Fuck it.
We get both of them.
Just take the lot.
Oh, I tell you what, this was an absolute field day for Horn Francis haters.
They were booing him early.
Yeah, they're all over him. But especially when your team's beaten them, great day out for them.
He had absolutely no leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Which is what you like to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's made the right choice. There you go. Nah, he probably did. He likes living in Adelaide or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. All right, flicking over to the G, we had Melbourne 18-12, 120, St Kilda 15-17, 107.
This is actually my first official Who Cares game of the year.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And that's my headline.
And that's like to have a Who Cares game of the year in round one. That's a big call, but I don't think you're wrong at all.
I think especially with the result.
Yes. Melbourne's not playing finals. St Kilda, this may be the game that makes them not play finals.
Yeah. So what I did is I made the mistake of going, this game's starting. The North game is wrapped up.
Yeah.
At this point. I'll start watching this game. Bit jarring initially because they must have had the roof on at Marvel because it looked like a night game, and then all of a sudden I'm blinded by the afternoon sun at the MCG.
Can't see half of the MCG because of the exposure going between in the shade in the sun.
The other half because of the fucking seagulls.
Yeah.
And then it was just, it was tight. There was 7 points in it at quarter time. There was 2 points in it at half time, 4 points in it at 3/4 time, and then ultimately 13 points.
Yeah.
I still didn't give a fuck.
There was conservatively, 45 lead changes, and I got up and left and locked chickens in. What, like, there was 10 minutes left. Like, it was crunch time, and I just got up and walked out of the room, and I didn't even listen to it. I just went outside for 15 minutes until the Suns game started.
I think I did very similar in the way that I was like, no, I better switch over to the Suns, make sure I don't miss the start.
Yeah.
45 minutes before this game ended.
Yes, exactly.
Are you burning toast, or am I having a stroke? I'm having a stroke. That's
okay.
Unfortunate.
That's what happens when you talk about D's versus St Kilda.
It was just like, it really didn't inspire me. And then the fact that St Kilda lost, I think, is the best part of the whole thing.
Oh, no doubt. After, getting all these players in, spending big money, telling Jack Steele to find a new home, and then that club beating them, and him kicking a goal as well against them. Unreal. My headline was, everything went to script for Stephen King as the demon star and horror start for the Saints season.
Very good. Very good. Sorry that I went from my headline to immediately waffling about the game without saying what's going on with you.
That's all good.
Your call of the week was... Oh, shit, what time was this game?
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah, yours was... It was good. I should have written this down.
I don't even remember what I said.
You said something quite funny.
How forgettable this game was.
Buried in Matt doing...
Oh, Matt was doing one of his...
Croatian bits.
One of his Croatian monologues that he does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. that's what happened in this game. So pre-season and the Amy Community Series, we had ABC legend Corbin Middlemass on a bit of Fox broadcast. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then I turned this game on, and he's doing it. And obviously he doesn't have to be as descriptive or whatever, but he was doing play-by-play. I think with Matt Hill as well. So that was a bit of a 1-2 combo. But I said, Corbin doing Fox broadcast feels wrong. It's like watching your sister in a 1 million plus view porno. And like in my head, the third line was like, you're sort of happy for her success, but it's a tough watch.
And you've got a weird erection.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
It's a challenging wank, but we'll get through it. But it felt wrong. But
so
yeah,
right.
we're sitting there, Dad and I on the couch watching. I think we went. Yeah, we were back to back. So we were watching the Kangas game, and
you
then
did the double feature.
Yeah, and then this game came on. We actually went back to back to back. What a
trilogy.
Sunday arvo. Yeah. And I was telling him, obviously I was listening to the Dream Team on Saturday afternoon footy on ABC, which was Corbin, Ben Cameron, Luke Ball, Adam Ramanowskis was they were missing. They went MIA, so they just were like, oh hey, Mick Malthouse, do you want to come fill in real quick? So a bit of addition by subtraction.
He's pretty good
with that. Very good. Mick was just giving it to Razor Ray on the sideline the whole game, pretty much. It was like, yeah, of course you'd say that was a free kick, Razor, you're an umpire. But yeah, so I was telling Dad how I was listening to that while I was mowing, which was great because it took up pretty much all my mowing time listening to that game. And then all of a sudden, both Dad and I just Leonardo DiCaprio meme, hey, that's called Middlemass sitting in the middle of the panel on the TV. As I was just saying, it was...
Which Leonardo DiCaprio meme?
Where he's going... Where he points at the screen.
Oh, yeah. It was the whistle. It was the whistle that triggered the memory.
Yep. Yeah, speak of the devil, and he appeared.
Yeah.
And it was delightful. It actually was much better. So shout out him. It made this game somewhat bearable.
Shout out him and also having the best name in sports commentary.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah, otherwise, who cares? What time did the game start? What time did the game finish?
The Suns game?
No, Brisbane game. Okay, so pretty much when it was wrapping up, I said, "Look at this who cares game.
Yep.
It's high scoring and close."
Yep. Correct.
Wow.
Correct. Very new look Melbourne. Seemed to work okay.
Yeah.
Latrell Pickett. Kind of wild. Exciting start.
Yeah, I think it's more so that St Kilda are maybe the most boring combination of exciting footballers on the planet.
Somehow they made 107 points look boring.
It's the 17 behinds that does it.
Yes, correct.
But also, it was that Naz was on the phone with Ross Lyon for 3/4 of the final quarter.
Yeah. That's a tough look. Ross is probably like, you don't win finals in March. Well, you're now 0-2. So...
Sucks to suck. Just kind of got to be better.
What's that thing they did at the start of the game last week? Owen what?
Boom, boom. 2. Yeah, that is bad.
Yep. Correct.
I've heard it from everywhere. Ross Lyon must go.
Mm-hmm.
It would be okay, right? If he was actually Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, but he's not.
If the defense was an actual John Terry brick wall down the back, right? Mm-hmm. Clean sheet every game in the AFL. Never scored against. But the Demons kicked 120 points on them.
The Demons who got rid of
scoring shots.
Yeah, who got rid of their 2 prime midfield clearance players.
Yeah, so some can argue maybe the defensive coaching was a bad idea. They kicked the ball 411 times and somehow kicked less goals than their opposition.
Yep. Interesting. All right. Anyway, last game of the round. Interesting time of match, but I suppose Perth time, taking into consideration that. On the Gold Coast, 2011, 131. West Coast, 10, 12, 72.
I'm sure West Coast feel like winners, but they sure as shit look like losers.
I'd, similar. As it is known, good teams win, great teams cover. Now, the Suns were 67-point favourites, so that makes West Coast a great team. West Coast cruise home with 4 points for the moral premiership, winning the second half 7-8-50 to 7-5-47.
Gold Coast Suns, the first team to substitute their entire starting lineup for the second half. Absolute smattering in the first half, 84 to 22. There was no point turning up at all for the second half.
Yep, and so they didn't, which wasn't a great look again after the fourth quarter last week. But
I think it's okay. And it's the same thing that people were saying about Hock Don's fourth quarter, but I think it's okay.
It's okay to do this. It was fine last week against Geelong because we were up by 80 with a quarter to play. Good luck. The highest comeback's 45 points for a reason. You can afford to do it against West Coast at halftime when you're up by 60 points. That's probably not going to be an issue. Other teams, not so much. So let's just work on figuring that out.
Yeah, what I mean is I feel like it was more of a, there could be a behind the scenes, hey, we don't need to try real hard and get beat up this early in the season.
Yeah, correct.
Because if I don't think it was a mental thing, given they've got Dimmer at the helm. To just actually, so I don't think anyone would have switched off at halftime, given that they know they're going to get reamed by Dimmer at 3/4 time.
Yep, correct.
So,
I think it was probably more West Coast. Hey boys, let's just play this as a 0-all.
Yeah, yeah, the classic.
Like,
we've got nothing to lose. We'll start again now.
Yeah, go your hardest. Just win a quarter at a time.
Just one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did of course win the third quarter. But they lost the fourth quarter.
So
it is a premiership quarter, so who knows?
Yeah.
Won the premiership quarter against the premiership favourites. We'll see.
Yeah. You also don't need to win the premiership quarter when you've won the game at halftime. I think is a important distinction to make here.
That is an important distinction.
Oh, very important thing also is Ben King's beard looks great. I think he's doing a good job.
Does look good, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very easy to tell the difference between him and his brother.
Yeah. That and one of them's good at football and is available on the park. The other one is not good at football.
I mean, when they're standing next to each other outside of football, potentially.
Oh, right.
But,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Best abilities, availability, and such.
Yeah. Jared Witt's most contested possessions is funny to me.
Yeah.
Just because of, I don't know, he should be tapping it down, but I guess there wasn't enough competition given that Jared Witt's had 58 hitouts and Matt Flynn had 18.
Yeah, he had Witts had 50 odd last year against him as well. Witts had 7 top everyone 7 clearances.
Well, if you've got 18 contested possessions and you exclusively get the ball in the center of the ground,
yep,
and you've got to drop the ball 3 meters onto your foot, that's definitely a clearance.
Yeah. Yep. Now, no Bailey Humphrey, latest out the day before out. No dramas there. Should be fine. Once again, Chris Mutraka for 3 first-round picks, absolute fleecing. Like, it's not... He's kicked... What did he kick last week? 3 goals? 4 goals?
Yeah, I think it was...
Let's have a look.
Definitely 4-1 this week.
Yeah, 3 straight last week. So he's 7-1 after 2 matches. And 23 disposals to go with his 4 goals won this week. He's easy as you like.
His AFL bio is actually crazy, just quietly. The Suns paid a hefty price to bring Melbourne superstar north.
Mm-hmm.
So the opposite of what you're saying. Bracket, effectively 2 first-rounders and Sam Flanders.
Yes. And still won that deal.
Yeah, I think the price tag looks less hefty is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Every all his season ratings for stats this year are elite, besides marks, which is above average, and tackles, which is average at 2.5. Everything else is elite.
Well, to be fair, how is he going to get a tackle?
When he's got the ball all the time, you know.
Yeah. And also when Raul and Turk are on the same team.
Correct.
Although in this case, legitimately, there just wasn't enough opportunity to get a tackle. Except for Will Powell.
He was the only son that needed a tackle, apparently.
Yeah.
But yes.
Hold on.
If you've got lots of tackles, you're second to the ball.
Oh, which is what they used to say about your mate,
Raul.
though. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking for him in the tackle list.
That was before we had other players who could tackle as well. Then we got in Will Graham and Closey.
He didn't play. I'm being stupid. I'm being so silly. Yeah.
Yeah, he was standing up like Batman on the catwalk again. I saw him on the broadcast up on the up on the thing again. There was two figures standing up there on the edge, and he was definitely going to be one of them up there overlooking the.
Oh, and Lockie Weller did some nice things just quietly.
He did actually,
which I thought he was old, but
he is.
He's only just older than me.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's old. He's just turned 30 in February.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he took off with the Jets at one point down the wing.
Yeah, he did burn someone down the wing at one point.
And then actually kicked a really nice centering ball off probably his max pace too.
Mm-hmm.
Which was pretty wild. That was my favourite little moment, I think, just because it was sick. And at one point, everyone was talking about how he was going to be the difference.
Yeah, well,
turn the club around.
Fairly highly recruited.
Yeah, but I think what I'm also mean is you need everything else around the star player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
But he currently is the I feel like if you put Gold Coast AFL player into AI, it would spit out Lockie Weller.
Yeah.
But it looks like a surfer who plays football.
Yep. And that's footy.
Yeah, I think that's footy. Suns just bottled it at the end. If they had just got one more goal, they would have been top based on percentage, but Sydney got another big win, so just squeezed them out.
Oh, I've got a laid in for Butcher of the Week based on that fact, actually.
Both in the 180s. What is interesting, and I just looked at, Suns are still favourites for the flag, $5. Sydney's jumped up to be equal with Brisbane, both $7. But that would be Goulden effect for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bulldogs $8 by now. Or
they'd probably be pretty good value for finals.
By a bit of both Bulldog and Hawk going into this week, $8 and $10. The winner's going to jump up a bit.
Jump. Yeah, play the cash out game.
Yep. Now we had Shootings of the Week.
Oh, before you go on, just speaking about how you would have liked the Suns to go top.
Yeah.
Shittest stat of the week is North Melbourne are top 4 for the first time in a billion years. I don't think you can count it. It's round 1. It's like Arsenal starting every season with top of the league.
On
they start with
order.
A.
Yeah.
Well, they've won a game.
I'll put it the way that I put how the season was going last week to Sam, right? She was like, are the Suns good now? How are the Lions doing? I was like, well, the Suns are undefeated and the Lions haven't won a game yet. And they both won one game. They played one game. So North Melbourne are top 4 with a healthy percentage and they're undefeated to start the season.
Against we now think is one of the worst teams in the competition.
Does that sell top 4 position to you a bit better? To say that they're undefeated? Haven't lost a game yet?
No, when you apply the context that they've only played Port Adelaide and we think they stink, then
credit to them.
Credit to them. They are ahead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that have 6 teams, 7 teams that have played double the games they have.
Mm-hmm. There you
go. Yeah, no, North's probably going to be sitting pretty in top 4 for a while, given their fixture. And then we'll see what happens in that Brisbane game. That'll be a real.
That could very well be a too close to the sun, crash back down to earth, and then like wheels fall off. Hopefully not for them, but like
it's all good because the fixture is kind in the way that it has a safety net in that next run that's like Richmond, Essendon, Port.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's got that soft landing the next week at Richmond. Yeah,
yeah. So
that's a good bounce back spot.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's footy. Shoe-ins.
Shoe-ins, we played it pretty safe. You went Hock, and you got a much needed margin reversal win there.
Probably back to 0.
Yeah, plus 35 now. And I went with Sydney, so 2 wins, 101 on the margin. Happy with that. Are we going to do a very early tip?
I think I've got to. Or I'll forget.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Thursday night, the home of footy, Hawthorn hosting Sydney.
Hawthorn. Yeah, it's Hawthorn by 35. I've put 36 accidentally.
Swans are playing well, but those, that's a big injury to Goulden. Potential watch and act on Heaney.
The injury's big. But if you look at their forward line, Curnow hates playing on Barras.
Interesting.
In the way that every time he plays on... Oh, no, not Curnow. Sorry, not Barras. He normally matches up against Battle. And he closes him out.
Okay.
And then Barras can go Amadi.
Yep.
Hardwick can go Hayward, or Sicily can go Hayward. But I'm thinking
not there
about
anymore.
I've mixed it up again.
McDonald. Someone's going to go to McDonald. One of those two will play McDonald.
Sicily will play on McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can just drift off.
Yeah. They picked up Roses, didn't they?
Yep.
Yep. So I don't know. Hardwick goes there.
That'll be your Hardwick matchup. Yeah. I reckon.
I'm feeling reasonably good about that. And then up forward is I think it sells itself.
Yeah, if we have
then the midfield definitely sells itself. Don't worry.
If we have a guy off, Hawks probably have more guys on the sheet balance wise.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Sydney have him, which is Chad.
Yes,
but if need be, you can play Finn and tag him.
Correct. And you may be down 2 midfield options straight away as well. Gould and Heaney, who knows? Down definitely 1. So if you're going to run a tag,
it's affected the bookies. Hawks playing $1.44.
Yeah. Now the cooker down back for the Swans had a great game. Riley Bice.
The Bryce
28
cooker.
disposals. Yeah. So interesting, but I think it's the Hawks as well. Hawks by. I'll go my safe option of 24. A quality win.
Yeah. How did he get those disposals? Is my question.
I think he had. I'm pretty sure I saw 20 in the first half.
If he had 1 billion intercept marks, then I would say that's maybe a concern. But if it was just they're playing through him, less concern. He did have 28. That is a lot.
Yeah. He had 2 intercept IPs. Possessions total.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
He might have got a run in the midfield, to be fair, potentially.
Look, Amadi actually kicked 5 goals straight for once. He's back on party mode now that he doesn't have to get best defender on him every week. So,
yeah, correct.
So I would actually be concerned if we didn't have 3 good big men down there.
Yeah.
And Scrimshaw's already ruled out he's already had his 1 bad game of the year, which was last week. He had a shocker.
Yeah, it was not good.
he's back ready for action now.
Yeah. All right. Friday night, Adelaide Oval, Adelaide Western Bulldogs.
Dogs.
This has the potential to be a very good game.
Yeah, I think Dogs are going to need to win it to feel really good. I think because they're building themselves up as, you know,
Back.
the fall short narrative last
Yep.
year,
Yep.
and are really trying to set an example.
Yeah. Week
early,
one.
and I think they're going to want to make a statement here.
Correct. Week 1 on the road, fairly statement win, but close. Week 2, probably not going to count for much. Slight favourites going into it as well. This
Away from home, which is pretty
pretty
substantial.
wild. This legitimately could be like a 120 apiece shootout. These teams don't play.
Rory Lobb will have them locked up, mate.
Yeah, these teams don't.
1v3 bigs.
Yeah, exactly. They don't play slow footy either, so
No, so that'll be interesting.
yeah. I'm going to ride the.
That's a great Friday night fixture. Quietly,
It is. I'm going to ride the doggies wave. I agree with you. Not sure how much you get out of Crows over Collingwood.
yeah. Well, they only just scraped in,
Yeah,
so that doesn't give
but
them
not much. Unconvincing.
Yeah.
Doggies.
Saturday lunchtime, Richmond Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard spot for Gold Coast. See if they get out of bed for this one. Fingers crossed. This was a trap game early last year, I think.
I don't think Dimmer likes playing Richmond, but this time it's at the G.
It is at the G.
And I think
Should
the
be
problem
okay.
normally is he doesn't like playing at Marvel. So
Correct. Pencil this one in as a win.
I would. 97% of the people on ESPN have.
Yep.
Which
That's
is the
pretty
4
safe.
people that have tipped already.
Which includes me.
GWS St Kilda in the afternoon. GWS. Oh,
Ooh. Is it?
yeah,
Playing
it is. No, it is.
back at NG.
I have zero respect for St Kilda. They're not exciting enough to stop the tsunami. Logic here, if Hock can't stop the tsunami, St Kilda.
St Kilda are not putting the brakes on the tsunami.
No.
Especially not in... it needs to be... We need to come up with a name.
What?
Saints are not putting the brakes on the showground tsunami.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
That works. Not going to happen. You're right. If Hock can't do it, they certainly can't do it.
Yeah.
And just to dial it back once more, the Suns tick this one off. They're halfway through getting through the season undefeated at the MCG. And then round 4, they have the Demons. And then they won't be back until September.
Slam dunk.
Yeah, they won't be back until the last day of September.
Yeah, given that they'll play exclusively home finals.
Correct.
Yeah. Nice.
Correct. Giants. Over to Optus. Dockers hosting Melbourne.
It's Freo. You'd have to imagine.
They can't bottle it, right?
If they bottle it, their season's packed up. Just put them. This is going to be a really good one for our season predictions to see. Because if they fuck this up, they're dead.
Done. Yep.
Done.
Done.
Pack it up. Go home.
Big emotional win for New Look Demons last week. Away from home. Demons versus the Seamen. I think it's the Dockers. Put a pin in that. We'll circle back to that one.
That was good. This next game has me very conflicted. Port versus Essendon.
Oh, luckily this one is on at 3:15 on Sunday, because this is definitely, absolutely, who cares game of the week. Like, this is must miss TV.
I'm curious about the result, though I don't care how it's played.
I don't think, like, give them both 2 points and then we'll move on to the next round. I really don't care.
I'm tempted to go Essendon.
You're not.
I am. Port were bad against
Essendon
North.
have 2 blokes.
They got Ben Mackay.
1.5 blokes.
They've got
He's a detriment to their team.
they've got your mate, the new guy they picked up.
Ferrini. They've got one bloke.
No. The new fella they picked up with the curly hair. You had a name for him last week.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Oh, right. Yeah. The IED.
Yeah, which stands for
Improvised Essendon device.
yeah, improvised Essendon device in the way that he was actually one of their best last week. Even though it was his first game in the AFL.
Yeah.
And yeah, your mate Fiorini did Fiorini things.
He did do Fiorini things. Yep.
HL Akchar looked quite good. He had the presence off the ball as well in the forward half.
Yeah.
Forward 50 just quietly. Port me once, shame on me. I'll go Port.
You can't. I'm looking at the list.
I'm sorry.
You can't.
I'm tipping Adelaide Oval.
Yes, correct. And Port coming back to Adelaide Oval after getting pantsed by the Roos.
Yeah, they could be sad about it though.
They could be sad about it. I mean, Essendon's just a sad football club, so this is sad
correct.
off.
And then we've got this might cause more trouble. Nah, it's West Coast versus North, and it's North.
Yeah, the AFL Concessions Bowl.
Yeah, because unlike the Suns last week, North aren't going to switch off in the second half because they're going to have the need to make sure they close out every win this season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They can't just win at halftime.
And West Coast probably think that they're more on North's level.
Yeah.
Theoretically, they would be, but...
What's the Dunning-Kruger thing? It's like you start learning and you think you're this smart. And then you realise you actually know nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, so West Coast might be after kicking 60 against the 80 60. It was a decent amount, wasn't it?
It was a decent amount. It was more than I would have liked.
Let's say it was
72.
Okay, cool. 70. They're right on top of that. They're like, oh, you know what? They're contenders, and we kick 70 against them. Sick, great second half, boys.
Yeah,
they're about to fall down and get a 70-point loss to the North Melbourne Football Club.
Mm. Yeah, you're probably right. Now, you wouldn't believe it. Suns can't be shooting again.
Oh, yeah, because the other bad teams are playing other bad teams.
Yeah, $1.15 favourite.
Yeah.
You're trailing in the shoeing leaderboard. Your pick.
A gentleman. You're an absolute gentleman. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
None of these teams give me as much confidence as Hawthorn does against Sydney.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because GWS could actually go either way. I'm also scared about this St Kilda tipping curse. And I don't know which way shoeing in against or for St Kilda will affect the curse yet. So I'm not willing to do that.
That's a really great point. And yeah, for the record, I lost that tip, so that's great.
Yeah, same, I think.
Yeah.
Freo could capitulate already. Absolutely zero faith in them.
Mm-hmm.
And Melbourne could just be up and about, which is why I'm not picking them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So back to it. Big Hawk energy.
Yeah, just put me down for Hawk every round.
Every week.
It'll get me the majority of the... I really hope it'll get me the majority of the shares. If it doesn't, then I've got bigger problems.
Yeah, I suppose if they're on for a winning season,
yeah,
should be all right. Now, yeah, like you said, there's not many games inspiring confidence here, or too much of it.
You could find out about the St Kilda curse nice and
I'm
early
not finding out about the St Kilda curse. Certainly not.
Well, you don't want to find out about the St Kilda curse later in the season when you're already losing.
Thankfully, we don't have a rule where we only have one shoe-in that we can only pick a shoe-in once, like each team once.
Oh, you pick them two.
That would be terrible.
No, what I meant was what if we end up with bad options later in the year? And and then you have to toss it up.
Yeah, no. Do I just do it? They should win. The Giants. No,
the Giants should win.
They should win.
Yeah, but I mean, my logic is I should have most confidence in Hawk anyway. So
yeah, but they also lost by 80 points this week.
Yeah, so Toby Green's he's done with the not getting suspended, and he's going to be back to his flog ways better than ever. He's going to throw his weight around.
You know what? This is a
science.
A ballsy pick. Not for science. We're not going for science this week.
You're not doing
North Melbourne.
Oh. I'll let Lewis know that you are completely on board.
Mm-hmm. Kanga.
That's wild.
If only Matt was still part of the show to see the resurgence of his boys.
This is why you got to stick around.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to wait long enough. For Essendon fans, that may be 20 years. But eventually they'll come good. Maybe. That being said, South Melbourne, Sydney went 70 years between flags. But...
That being said, it has been a billion days since Essendon last won a flag.
Yeah, it's been a third of that since they've won a final. So they've got to be they're due.
They're what? Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's fine. We'll see if Lewis is confused as to what shoe-in of the week is, or if he's listened to the show before.
Surely,
Lewis, come on and bring us some North Melbourne insight, mate.
Yeah, surely he knows what the best trophy in AFL tip broadcasting is.
It's the stinky shoe.
The shoe-in trophy, which is, I think, in the laundry at the moment. I need to bring it back out.
The right
it's a bit
place
green.
for it.
It's a bit discoloured.
Who won last year?
Oh.
Was it me?
That's a good question. I think so.
Yeah. It feels rude making the shoe actually get consumed on a two-person competition, though.
Yeah. I can bring it down if you'd like. If you want to like hold on to the trophy as the winner,
You really shouldn't pack that on an aeroplane.
I can bring it as my personal item.
You
Carry it on the plane.
you definitely shouldn't carry it not in a bag. You don't want
So
people
what the hell
to
is this?
see or smell that problem.
What is this gold and slightly green discoloured shoe?
Get the fucking airport locked down for a biosecurity problem. Actual biohazard. Well,
very good. Is there any footy news we haven't covered yet?
no, I think we covered all the footy news I had with the recappage, because all the news I had was related to games.
Yes, correct. I think we're good. You're welcome, Zach. We came into this one hoping for a power hour. Make it 2. Give it a double.
Yeah, for the record, we needed a bit of time to write before the show, so we hopped on at 8.
Yeah.
Then we waffled for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And here we are. 10 to 11.
Gone
2 hours.
Yep.
Successfully ruined my dinner tomorrow. I have to go. I have to socialise tomorrow evening, would you believe? And now I'm not sure if I'm going to be really good company or not. No, I'll just be too tired.
Yeah, I'll also be a tired boy.
Our corresponding dinner guests will be disappointed.
Maybe we should have just brought equipment and done a live pod in front of them.
We still could.
Let's not. I think I would turn inside out with social awkwardness if I ever had to do a podcast in front of people.
I think you'd have to. It's one of those things that you have to rehearse for almost. You have to know. It's almost like we should get Matt on, because he'd absolutely know how to orchestrate a perfect live set at this point.
Yes, and.
But yeah, you'd have to have an even more solid structure than we already do.
I feel like you'd have to have a pretty tight run sheet.
Yeah. Clearly, we didn't. It's double than what we thought, and we're still going.
Yeah. Certainly not. Sticking to the agenda too much. Any football news?
No. No football happened.
Liverpool back yet?
So you know how I said in the chat the other day that West Ham drawing with City made it more likely for a team that fired Ange Postecoglou to get relegated this year?
Yep.
Well, then Liverpool went ahead and drew with Spurs. So it's still only 1 point. There's still only 1 point outside the drop zone.
Yep.
But their goal difference is much better than Forest and West Ham's. So at this point, we're rooting for Nottingham Forest to go down, which feels a little bit more rude given that they've only been up 15 minutes.
Yes.
That being said, this might be the first time in a while that only one of the newly promoted teams goes back down.
Ooh, yeah, shout out.
Because Sunderland have come in and just cruised, and Leeds are just not as bad as the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I've just fact-checked, all 3 promoted went down.
Yep.
Year before, that looks like all 3 promoted went down. Year before, looks an awful lot like all 3 promoted went down. Oh no, that was the year Southampton may have gone down the first time. It was.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out Sunderland, really.
Getting themselves right in the thick of it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Liverpool are sitting 5th. 2 points behind the Champions League. Oh, that is Champions League, dude.
It is Champions League, yeah.
Just need a here's my tactical situation. So all you got to do is, if you're Liverpool, is get more direct free kicks outside the box. Because the only actual news I had is now Dominic Szoboszlai has the most direct free kick goals for Liverpool in a season, with 5.
Oh wow!
And when you consider that Trent was kind of known for his free kicks, I guess he assisted more.
Yep.
Steven Gerrard, kind of that guy. Szoboszlai is the guy now. So there you go. He's having a great time.
Shout out. And there's, I guess there's maybe still time, maybe just for Arsenal to bottle it. Still no news on Man City charges.
They're waiting till the last minute.
They've started a whole new war in the Middle East to cover up Man City charges. So that we're not talking about it.
Ballsy move.
What they are doing is they've started a war in the Middle East to drive up the price of oil so that they can pay more lawyers to get out of the charges.
That's a conspiracy I didn't think I'd have. I thought it was just a war to stop everyone talking about Jeffrey Epstein and Trump.
No.
Oh. I'm mistaken.
It's so that when Man City gets fined, it's not going to affect their bottom line at all because the price of oil will have increased by so much that they'll just be like, "Oh, sweet, yeah, that's just off the top.
That is
Thanks.
good business.
We'll stay up.
Yeah.
We'll pay the extra money and stay up rather than take a points deduction."
Whose flip is it?
Yours.
Oh. Have I got an answer for you?
I hope so.
Oh, I forgot to do Butcher of the Week. Who won Butcher of the Week? We put it to Alex Johnson's statue? Or the bloke getting arrested?
I think the bloke getting
arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. The statue is funny, but it's got to be the bloke getting arrested and then surely getting off.
Yeah, he did.
Like, everyone was like, oh, you know, the security didn't do anything. Did you see Buddy's 1,000th goal? There was 4,000 people already on the field before he even kicked it. They were just standing around the boundary. And they tried to have more security and it didn't do a thing.
All you need is 4 people per security guard and then you're cooked. 2 people per security guard and you're cooked, really, actually, aren't you? Because you can't hold them all down.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
If you need at least 4 security guards to hold one person down.
Yeah, that's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who are you protecting? Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Ready to flip?
Always.
All right. Flipping.
Heads.
We might have cracked the code.
Oh, you don't have to say that.
We're now.
I don't like it when you jinx it.
Since we switched it up, three in a row.
The best streak in a long time.
Yeah. You're actually not wrong. That's the first 3 in a row we've had since our last 3 in a row finished on episode 142. We've gone 30 episodes without 3 wins in a row. We're growing our hair out like the Man U fan.
Hold on. When was episode 142 released?
That's a great question.
Because obviously we weren't weekly in the off season. Episode 142. Episode 142. This will AFL Nepo Baby versus Tantruming Toilers. That's May.
Almost a year ago. How good.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's shocking. We've not done well there. Well, hopefully we
No.
can keep it going. Because like, it only feels like a streak after one of us has been involved more than once. Otherwise, like
Yeah.
both of us just getting one right is just a bit like, oh. Does that count?
Well, yeah. Well, our next streak before that of more than 3 in a row finished at 111.
Which is probably another year before that.
Yeah. To
judging
be
by
fair,
the
there's
numbers.
not actually that many. Like, we've only had 5 streaks of more than 3 in a row.
111 could have involved Matt.
Maybe
That's
6.
a long time ago.
I'll tell you. Yeah, it did. It did.
This is how bad we are at the thing we do every week.
Yeah.
This is how bad we are at 50-50 chance.
You know,
111 was 2024.
Yeah.
July.
We started off pretty hot.
Oh, do you know why that one ended?
Why?
The episode says the boys are keelanless. So, 2024, I was maybe still overseas.
111 was our last win of that streak. So 112 was where we lost.
Oh, you won. Oh, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Well, you won by default with heads.
Oh, sick. Okay.
If we were without you.
Nice.
Yeah. Our longest streak is 7 wins in a row. For anyone wondering. That was from episode 44 to 50.
Oh, do you know why you fucked that flip up? That
Why?
was the episode that involved Matt was off. It was just us, and then your computer over and over shit the bed, and then I think you tuned in on your phone by the end. So it was a cursed episode, front to back.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Well, in that case, let's keep the streak going. Up to 3.
Well, there's no way to you just don't drink it, and then we're okay.
Yeah. Be fine.
Yeah, easy.
All right.
We got this. Good hustle.
Well,
all right, go team.
see you next week.
Cheerio.